He wasn't a king, but he helped build a kingdom. This is the story of how Thomas Peters helped build Freetown in Sierra Leone. Thomas Peters was born around 1738 in West Africa. Most people believe that he was born amongst the Yoruba people. He was captured, sold, and taken to North America. He later escaped and joined the British during the American Revolutionary War, gaining his freedom. But Peter knew this: gaining freedom without land, safety, or power wasn't real freedom. By the 1790s, thousands of Black loyalists were stranded in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. These were formerly enslaved people who fought for the British and were promised land, but instead, they got poverty and discrimination. Thomas Peters wasn't having it. He became their loudest advocate and even traveled to Britain to demand justice. That fight changed everything. Working with a British abolitionist called John Clarkson, Peters helped to recruit about 1,200 Black loyalists for a new settlement in West Africa. Clarkson was elected the first governor of the project, while Peters remained the main political voice of the settlement. Peters helped lead those 1,200 people across the Atlantic to the West African coast. The journey was dangerous. The land was unfamiliar, but the mission was clear. They called the settlement Freetown, a place meant to stand for freedom, self-rule, and fresh start. When they first arrived, survival took over. Diseases spread fast. Food was scarce. Colonial officials tried to control the settlement. Still, Peters and other Black leaders continued to fight for land ownership, education, and a political voice. This wasn't disorder, it was people building a nation from scratch. Life in Freetown was brutal, especially in those early years. A lot of people didn't survive, including Thomas Peters, who passed away in 1792. But his leadership during the most fragile moment held the community together. He proved that freedom isn't just promised, it's built. Over time, Freetown became a powerful symbol, a Black-led settlement led by formerly enslaved people on African soil. Freetown was not and is not referred to as a kingdom. So Thomas Peters was not crowned king, but his legacy as the leader of Freetown still lives on today. Alongside John Clarkson, he helped turn an experiment into what we now know was the beginning and the foundations of a powerful city in Sierra Leone.